Hello YouTube family, welcome, and let's prevent a solution given this nice exponential equation, which is 4 raised to power x minus 2. This is equal to 40. Now this exponential equation, it is actually in the form of a raised to power n minus m, which we can express as a to power n divided by a to power m. Now applying this property, okay, we're going to have 4 to power x divided by 4 to power 2. This is equal to 40. Okay, now this 40 is our whole number, so it's over 1. Now if we cross multiply here, we'll have 4 to power x multiplying by 1. This is equal to 40 multiplying by 4 to power 2. Now from what we have here, this is the same thing as 4 to power x. This is equal to 40 multiplying by 4 to power 2. Now, so for the value of x, we introduce the natural logarithm on both sides. As for us, this is log 4 to power x. This is equal to log 40 multiplying by 4 to power 2. Now, from what we have here, log 4 to power x, this is in the form of log a to power n, which is equal to n log a. Now, this is the power rule property of logarithm. Applying this property, log 4 to power x becomes x log 4. This is equal to log. Now, this can be expressed as 40 multiplying by 4 to power 2. Now, from what we have here, let's divide both sides by log 4 and also here by log 4. Now, if we simplify here, we'll have x is equal to log 40 multiplying by 4 to power 2 divided by log 4. Okay, now let's proceed. Have x is equal to log 40 multiplying by 4 to power 2, and as you can see, log 40 multiplying by 4 to power 2, this is in the form of log a multiplying by b, which is expressed as log a plus log b. Now let's transform this to this so that we'll have x is equal to log 40, okay, divided by log 4 plus log 4 to power 2 divided by log 4. All right, now we can express log 40, that is 40, we can express 40 as 8 multiplying by 5. Okay, which we can express 8 as 2 to power 3 multiplying by 5. And also we can express 4 as 2 to power 2. Now let's substitute this. So x is equal to log. Now this is the same thing as 2 to power 3 multiplying by 5. All right, divided by log 2 to power 2 plus log. Now this is the same thing as 2 to power 2, okay, multiplying by 2. All right, so this is divided by log 2 to power 2. Okay, I hope you're following. So x is equal to log. Now applying this logarithm property, applying that is log a times b becomes log a plus log b. Applying this property here, we're going to have log 2 to power 3, okay, divided by log 2 to power 2 plus log 5 divided by log 2 to power 2 plus log 2 to power 4 divided by log 2 to power 2. All right, now applying the power rule property, okay, applying the power rule property, x is given as log 2 to power 3. This is the same thing as 3 log 2. Divide this by 2 log 2 plus, now we have log 5 divided by 2 log 2 plus, now this is the same thing as 4 log 2 divided by log, that is 2 log 2. Okay, now let's simplify this. Simplify what we have here. So log 2 and log 2 simplifies. Okay, So that's x is equal to 3 over 2 plus, now we have log 5, this is log 5, divided by 2, log 2, alright? And then here, log 2 and log 2 simplifies, and here we simplify by 2, 1, this is by 2, 2, so plus 2, alright? So we can write x as 2, okay? We can write x as equal to 2 plus 3 over 2, okay, plus, this is the same thing as half log 5 to base 2, alright? Now, this is the value of x. This is the value of x. So let's verify that this value of x actually satisfies the equation. Now, if you recall, we had that 4 to power x subtract 2, this should give us a value of actually 40, okay? Now, substituting the value of x from what we have, this is the same thing as 4, okay? Raised to power x divided by 4 to power 2, this should give us a value of 40. Now, let's substitute the value of x. Verify that 4 to power x minus 2 is equal to 40. So, that means that 4 to power x subtract 2, we say that this is in the form of a raised to power n subtract 2, which can be expressed as a to power n divided by a to power m. Okay, so this is the same thing as 4 to power x divided by 4 to power 2. This should give us a value of 40. All right, now let's substitute the value of x so that we'll have 4 to power. Now x is equal to 2 plus 3 over 2 plus half log 5 to base 2. This should give us a value of 40. Okay, now from what we have here, this is the same thing as 4 to power 2 to power 2, okay, plus 3 over 2 plus a half log 5 to base 2. This should give us a value of 40. Now 4 to power 2 plus 3 over 2 plus a half log 5 to base 2, this is actually in the form of a to power n plus m, which you can express as a to power n multiplied by a to power m. Now let's apply this indices identity so that we'll have 4 to power 2 multiplied by 4 to power 3 over 2, okay, multiplied by 4 to power a half log 5 to base 2. This should give us a value of 40. Let's check that. So 4 to power 2, that is 4 to power 2. This is the same thing as 16, all right? So that 4 can also be expressed. We have 4 to power 3 over 2, and given that 4 can also be expressed as 2 to power 2, this will be 16 multiplied by 2 to power 2 multiplied by 3 over 2 multiplied by 2 to power 2 multiplied by half log 4 to power 2, okay, 4 to power 2, this is equal to 16, all right? So this is 16 multiplied by, now 4 to power 3 over 2, 4 can be expressed as 2 to power 2, so we'll have 2 to power 2 multiplied by 3 over 2, okay, multiplied by 2 to power 2 multiplied by a half log 5 to base 2. This should give us a value of 40. Okay, now let's simplify what we have here. If you simplify, you'll have 16 multiplied by 2 to power 3, all right? Okay, multiplied by 2, if you simplify here, you'll have 2 to power log 5 to base 2. This is equal to 40, okay? And remember, this is divided by 4 to power 2, all right? So from what we have here, we have 4 to power 2 is 16. So this will simplify so that we'll have 2 to power 3 multiplied by 2 to power log 5 to base 2. This should give us a value of 40. All right. Now 2 to power 3, this is equal to 2 times 2 times 2, which is basically equal to 8. So we'll have 8 multiplied by 2 to power log 5 to base 2, okay? This should give us a value of 40. Now, 2 to power log 5 to base 2, this is in the form of m log a to base m, which is basically equal to a. And therefore, 2 to power log 5 to base 2, this is equal to 5. So let's substitute this 5. Now we'll have 8 multiplied by, instead of 2, let's substitute 2 log 5 to base 2 with 5. This should give us 40. So 8 times 5, this is equal to 40, okay, which is equal to 40. And that affirms that actually the value of x, okay, that affirms that the value of x, which is equal to 2 plus 3 over 2 plus a half log 5 to base 2 actually satisfies the equation. So follow the steps keenly, like this video, okay, share, comment, and subscribe, okay. See you in the next video. Bye bye.